All right, welcome. We are live, and if I sound a little loopy here, I'm half paralyzed. I just had dental work, and half of my mouth is totally not working. So we're gonna do this a little different here. So welcome to What's Up with Your Universe with Laura B here, and my left paralyzed face here. How are we doing, Laura? How have you been, and how is your universe going?
I'm doing well, Josh, and it's always a pleasure to be here. I really appreciate you and everyone in this community who allow me the space to connect with you and read for you. It's just I'm still amazed week after week at the people that show up here. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little. I just because I had this in my mind before that I was told to get on YouTube from my spirit guides that kept coming up. And I thought to myself, who would want to listen to me? Or what do I have to say that's so important? And, I've since overcome that, but it's still just such a pleasure. I never forget that without all of you and without Josh, this wouldn't be possible. So
No.
thank you.
Thank you, Laura. We're grateful to have you. You're not going to hear much from me today, guys. I'm actually going to shut up here real quick. I had to get a crown put in and didn't realize that it would require a whole heck of a lot of Novocaine because they had to drill down my tooth to fit the crown on it. So from my end, there won't be any channeling today, guys. I apologize, but we'll get back to the channeling next week. But you will have Laura directly to yourself today, and so I appreciate it. By the end of this, we'd probably be able to channel because it's starting to wear off, but it's a little weird, and I feel like droopy, like my whole face is like gone. So what we're gonna do here is, guys, if you want to, Laura's gonna start us off, but if you want a reading, just put everything in capital letters into the chat. I'm going to start it and I'll be in the background so you'll hear me, but you may not see me, and I will bring up who's next. But Laura starts us off with her own invocation. And Laura, for those who haven't been here before in the beginning, and we'll go through it at the end as well, can you explain to people your website, what you do, how to get in touch with you, and what makes you eminently qualified to sit here and do what you do?
Sure. So I'm Laura, and I read tarot and oracle, and I am also a Reiki master. When I was 17 years old, my dad gave to me my first tarot deck. He gave me his Rider Waite deck, which I have since passed along to my son. But of course, I felt very connected to that deck, so I had to purchase myself another one. And in 2020, I started reading for other people because for many years I just kind of practiced in secret, read for myself, maybe a few close friends. But in 2020, I started to read for others. And I also am a Reiki master. I had my first Reiki session, I believe it was in 2015. And then I felt called to complete the training and receive all 3 levels of attunement. So I practice Reiki as well. And if you would like to book a personal reading or a personal healing, you can do so on my website, which is www.letspiritguide.com. I offer a 3-card spread, also a 30-minute and 60-minute tarot reading, which can be done live and interactive over Zoom, or I could create a video and send it to you. And those, the 30-minute and 60-minute, you can ask multiple questions. With the 3-card spread, it's just one question, and I email the reading to you. Also, the Reiki healings are 30 minutes, and those are done over Zoom. So you can book all of those services right on my website. And if you would like to make a donation, they are always appreciated, but it's not a requirement to receive a reading today. But if you would like to make a donation, you can do so through my PayPal, which is Laura Bennett 1111, or through my Venmo, which is Laura Bennett -229. And also, you can feel free to email me. I forgot to include that there, but my email is laura@letspiritguide.com. So I really appreciate all of you being here. If you do have a personal question that you would like answered today, please feel free to type your question in all capital letters, and Josh will flag it so that we don't miss it, and I will happily answer your personal question. So I see that we have a lot of people in the chat today. Seems we have a nice conversation going, but I'd like to say hello to Millie, Suzette, Rooted Willow, Tina. And Tina's comment, my mom gave me her card. She started reading in the 50s when it was almost unheard of. That is so wonderful, Tina. I feel like there's something really special about being given your first deck. It's not a requirement for reading tarot, but it is very special. So, Tina, blessings to you. Let's see who else is here. I saw Nathan here. Hello, Nathan. Chloe, hello. Suzette, I think I said hi to you already, but hello once again. And who else did I see? Karma. Karma, I did receive your email, and I will send out a reply to you within the next 24 hours. Let me see. Who else did I see? Nathan, Suzette, Chloe. I believe that's everyone. Rooted Willow, hello. Okay, so thank you all for being here. And let me see. So what I do is I start us off with a group message. And I feel like no other family that reads, much less connects this way. Okay, Rooted Willow. Yes, I believe that everyone connects in a different way, and it's so wonderful to see everyone's unique style and contributions. So I'd like to start us off with a group message. And one of the things that I really feel strongly about is connecting to our soul and really listening to that intuition, because our soul, I feel, is always guiding us. Our soul has been many places throughout many lifetimes and has so much wisdom to share with us. But I know that we often get caught up in everyday life. It becomes busy. Also, people who are living in service to others tend to neglect themselves and not really listen. So I find that one of my practices is to always tune in to my soul and my intuition every day. So I'd like to do that for the group as well. I would like to get a message on what our soul is trying to tell us at this time. And I'm going to use Rebecca Campbell's Rose Oracle to get the message from our soul. What would our soul like us to know at this time? Let's get one card for the group. And I see this one here wanting to come out. Okay, so the card that I drew for us is the Great Mother. And this is what this card looks like, the Great Mother. And on the bottom it says, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. And I feel like our soul is telling us that, again, it's a lot like what I just said, to really listen to that inner wisdom, that inner voice, and really surrender to the unknown, surrender to the sacred, surrender to all that is, surrender to the universe, to the cosmos, and surrender to the process, I feel, for this group. that we all have this inner wisdom and knowing, and if we just slow down and listen, things will be revealed to us at just the right time, at exactly when we need to know something. And surrender is really a process of trust. And I feel this is the time to really trust yourself, trust in the higher power, trust in trust in your soul's plan, and fall into her arms. I feel like as a group, we're carrying some weight. We're carrying stressors, stress about the unknown. And I feel like for some of us, we're also carrying stress about our soul's plan. We're carrying stress about feelings of unworthiness or not being good enough. And the Great Mother wants us to release that, give it all to her, allow the mother to hold the weight. We don't need to do it alone, and allow the Great Mother to hold you. Allow yourself to be held. Our guides, the cosmos, the universe is there for us. We just have to be willing to let go and surrender. So that's what I have from our soul. And I would like to get a look at what blessings are coming in for this group. Stress of thousands of years. Yes, Suzette, a lot of us are still clearing other lifetimes, karma from this and other lifetimes. And yes, we do carry that within our DNA until we step up and heal and then that will no longer be an issue for us. But it does take time. Not always easy, but faith the size of a mustard seed. Heck, I've made it this far. Yes, Millie. And Millie, I've caught some of your story through various chats that I've seen. And yes, you have come so far, so far. And every little win deserves a huge celebration. If we weren't worthy or couldn't do this, we wouldn't even be here. 100%, Chloe. That is, I can't even add to that. That's just 100%. So let's see what blessings are coming in for the group. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. What blessings are coming in for this group? Get one card, and I see this one here coming out. And this is so perfect. Fulfillment of wishes. And this is what this card looks like. And as a group, I see that we've been working on manifesting specific desires. But for a lot of us, I see this as manifesting specific healing for ourselves. And what I see for this group is that I'm feeling like this release, and this kind of ties into the previous card, this surrender. I feel that this surrendering and this release and letting go, and that sets us on the path to having our wishes fulfilled. And this is like the Nine of Cups in the traditional tarot. And the Nine of Cups is known as the wish fulfillment. And I see that, I'm feeling, again, this release. I feel that for a lot of us, we will be in a much higher vibrational state within our emotional body mostly. This joy, I feel, this joy is accompanying us having this wish fulfilled. And for those of us that it doesn't have to do with healing, I'm feeling this very specifically, but someone in this group is working on career. I feel like this has to do with career or job, or possibly taking their passion and turning it into career or a way to earn extra money. And I feel this specifically for someone in this group. And you've been working and working and trying to, I feel like, get things up off the ground, expand, make things a little bit bigger. And for this person or people who are here today, the message is that you will manifest your desires, that this is coming in. There's just a little bit more letting go, a little more letting go, and allowing things to come to you now, allowing the attraction phase to take place. So that's what I have for blessings for the group. And what are we ready to release? And I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot for this question. What are we ready to release? Let's get one card for the group, and I see this one here coming out. Okay, so the 10 of Cups, and this is what this card looks like. The 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is an overflow of joy and abundance and those things that make you happy. And what I see related to release here is, as a group, we are raising our vibration and raising our vibration. And some of us are being hard on ourselves when we have those lower vibrational emotions or lower vibrational reactions. And what Spirit's telling us is release that judgment of yourself. Release the need to be perfect, is what I'm seeing here. So let go of the need to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Embracing who you are, embracing yourself as spirit, embracing yourself as human is really the way to stay on your path. It's the way forward. So we don't have to be perfect. And that's what I see. I see us releasing the judgment and releasing the need to be perfect. So that's what this card looks like. So you will be celebrating. You'll be celebrating yourself. And let's get one last message for the group. What angels would like to work with us on this energy? What angels are working with us at this time? Let's get one card for the group. And I stop here. The message comes from Archangel Raguel, and this is Angel Affirmations by Radley Valentine. The message is from Archangel Raguel. As the friend of God, I can bring compassionate, uplifting people into your life who support you professionally and personally. And the affirmations you can use are: helpful people surround me wherever I go. I attract friends who love and support me. And this is what this card looks like. Whoops, if I hold it up there, we get a glare, but let's see. Maybe right here, you can see that. So that's what I have for the group. And I am sending you all so much love and so many blessings. And if you do have a personal question you would like answered, do type it into the chat in all capital letters and I will get right to those.
All right, just a couple of things here. Normally I would channel afterwards, but I've had dental work and this whole side of my face is still kind of paralyzed. So I'm not going to be doing the channeling afterwards. And we do want to keep this to about an hour and a half. So we're going to take like 6 or so of you guys, give or take, because Laura does have a dead stop time here today. So if you would put everything into the chat in capital letters, Nathan generally is always he beats us all to the punch there. Nathan's already got one in the chat there. So anybody else, as Laura's going, and thank you, Laura, for that amazing reading there. As Laura's going, I'm going to grab them and star them. And you won't see much of my face. I will bring them up, and then when we go from 1 to 1 here. And so if you have a question, put it in there. If you look to the top of the page there, I pinned my comments there, but I can't get to them. They changed things around a bit in StreamYard, but I pinned the comments for Laura's information. And she's got it right here as well. So if you do get a reading, do consider a donation to either to her PayPal or her Venmo. And as well, do consider, if you need anything, of course, look up her website there, Laura, at letspiritguide.com. And her website, her actual email address is pinned to the comments at the top as well, which I have no access to, which is weird. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Laura, who's going to start with Nathan. So if you have a question that you'd like answered, even if you had one last week, just throw it in the chat. Start it off with all caps, and I will grab it. And we're going to start off with Nathan here. So let me grab what he's got here. And there we go, Nathan. And you are up. Thank you, Laura.
Okay, I was just reading the comments here. Someone said there's 2 before Nathan. So Rooted Willow
Okay, let's see.
and Suzette.
Suzette, we got Rooted Willow. Let me see here if she's in here. If that's the case, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I do.
I'm going back pretty far here. Nothing yet.
Rooted Willow typed hers in at 5:04, and Suzette also was at 5:04.
Let's see.
And Nathan came in at 5:05.
All right, should be close to the beginning here. Let's see what we've got. Here's Nathan's. All right. There we go. There's Suzette. So Suzette wants a general. All right. So there we go. I found them both. Thank you guys. Sorry about that. It definitely can happen. All right, Nathan, we're not getting rid of you, but we are going to go in order here. So Rooted Willow would be next and first. And there we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes these things fly right by, especially if I'm navigating the chat here and I don't always see them. So I appreciate it when you guys speak up. If I miss you in the chat there, just scream at me and I will see it at some point. Just scream in all caps or what have you guys. All right, Rooted Willow, we're grateful to have you here. We love you, and hopefully we see you live yourself one day soon, and I can't wait to work with you again. But I'm going to leave you in Laura's beyond capable hands.
Okay, Rooted Willow, thank you for being here, and it's so nice to have the opportunity to read for you. I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. And Rooted Willow would like an energy reading. So I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck for you. And let's get one card. Rooted Willow. Immediately, I feel like this mixture of energy, like mixture of emotion. I'm feeling there's this part of me that wants to laugh. There's like this happiness or joy, but it feels more like release, like a relief. And then there's this part of me where my throat, it's almost like I have a lump in my throat. So I'm not sure if that makes sense to you, but we'll look into that. We'll see. What is this? What is this energy we're feeling for Rooted Willow? Let's get one card, please. Oops. Let's get one card for Rooted Willow. What is going on here? Okay, so Rooted Willow, the card that I drew for you is financial and material changes. And this is what this card looks like. And this would be like the five. Oh my goodness, my mind just drew a blank. I wanted to say 5 of coins, 5 of pentacles. That's the word I'm looking for. The 5 of pentacles in the traditional tarot. And Rooted Willow says a roller coaster ride here. Okay. No clue. Okay. So this financial and material changes. And what I see here for you is that this has a lot to do with multiple areas of your life that is affecting your material world. And the material world doesn't always mean financial, because this says financial and material. And what I'm picking up on is like your 3D reality. There have been changes in your 3D reality that has affected, I see like affecting your emotional state, affecting your physical reality, also affecting some your spiritual body, and also your thoughts. I see all of it in one. And what Spirit's telling you here is that it's like, yeah, they're saying ride the wave is what I'm hearing. Just ride the wave, that some things are temporary. It may seem like, because I feel like my hands want to go like this, like bumpy, up and down. It may seem that things are up and down, but they will stabilize. Things will stabilize. And you may need to bring things back together. I feel like whole, make things whole again. And what I mean by that is all those areas of your life that I just mentioned, your 3D reality, your thoughts, your emotions, your spiritual self. Things are getting a little bit scattered because I'm feeling things here and here, and bring things back together and whole. And how you can do this is by asking for assistance from your spiritual team, taking little timeouts for yourself, whatever that is for you. It could be as simple as standing outside in the sun and feeling the sun's rays on you, or feeling the cool air blow on you. It could be as simple as taking a few moments to do some deep breathing, or even a few moments of meditation, but call on your guides to assist you with this process of bringing things back together. So you may need to ride the wave for a little bit, but it will even out for you. And I'd like to get a card for you on what action you can take to work with this energy, to work through anything that seems a little off or unpleasant. So what action can you take? Let me see this one here wanting to come out. Okay, and the card that I drew for you is New Beginnings, and this is what this looks like. And in this case, what I'm picking up on for new beginnings is Spirit's telling you, try something new. in order to get different results, sometimes we need to shake things up a little. So if you're used to having a specific routine where you do this and then this and then this, Spirit saying just one small thing that's new or different can change the energy. One different thought can help to shift the energy. So find something new. And I do see as you, because I feel like you're standing on top. I feel like, yeah, like you're on top of, I don't want to say like the top of the world. Top of the world is coming to me, but I think that's more of a metaphor. It's like you're ready to move forward, but right now you're standing still, not sure which direction to go in. But what Spirit's telling you is any direction, any movement will shift the energy. So hopefully that makes sense to you, Rooted Willow. So yeah, and I see like I see this sphere of protection around you as well. Because I'm seeing this golden light, and I'm feeling like a circle. I'm feeling like there's a circle of protection around you that Spirit is referencing, that you are a part of this energy, and all you need to do is just plug into that higher power, and just allow them to assist. And let's get one last card for you. And Rooted Willow says, yes, trying to figure out ways to make things manageable for me with all that is going on around me. Taking time, though. I can't quite move forward. So, yes, this makes sense. Yeah. And I do feel like things take a lot longer in the 3D reality than we would like them to. And it is really difficult at times, especially because our spirit self is so used to, in the quantum or on the other side, when we cross the veil, manifesting things instantly. And then we come here, and it's everything takes time. Everything is slowed down. So let's get one last message for Rooted Willow. What is the likely outcome here? And I see this card here. And I see a new beginning for you. The card that I drew for you is Love Begins. And this is what this card looks like. I see I see you moving into this new emotional energy. And I feel like a release. Yeah, I do. I see this release of any hurt. I feel like this is hurt or unpleasant emotion, anything that's stuck in your heart center. And I see also the rainbow, and the rainbow here being symbolic of, we go through the tough times, and after the rain, you see the rainbow, and, the mythological saying that at the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. But what I see for you is, having gone through these difficult times, moving into this new energy where there's this release and this calm that comes over you, and the start of a new emotional space for you. And I do see help here for you as well. I see, yeah, this unity, this union with it appears like your higher self and your guides, but it could be someone in the physical realm as well. So, Rooted Willow, that's what I have for you. And I'm hoping that made sense to you. I am sending you so much love and so many blessings and so much healing.
All right. Thank you. Next is going to be Suzette. So we're not doing channeling afterwards since my face is paralyzed from getting numbed up at the dentist here. So Suzette will be next, and I will send her up.
Okay, so Suzette, nice to see you here. Suzette says, I would like, whoops, I would love a general reading on my current energetics, please, and thank you. Okay, Suzette. So I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Suzette, I'm feeling like almost like the same thing with you. I feel this happiness and then this energy moving is what I'm feeling. So it's not sadness or heaviness, but it's energy moving through you. I feel you working through some energy, some issue, things you've been holding on to. I'm feeling like release for you. So I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot Oracle for you as well. And let's get a look at what is going on with Suzette. Let's get one card, please, for Suzette. Oops, and I see this one here. Okay, Suzette. The card that came up is Throat Chakra. And this is what this card looks like. If you look right into the center, you can probably feel the energy yourself. And maybe even pick up your own personal message. But what I'm picking up for you, Suzette, is that there are things left unsaid, and that the energy is that you're working through is, it's like, yeah, because it's here in my throat. But I'm referencing my ears. It's like you're not being heard. That even if you do speak, finding the words has been challenging, and finding the audience, I feel like you're trying to speak, but those around you who you're trying to communicate to are not hearing you. And that can leave blockages. And Suzette writes, OMG, yes, not being heard. Yes. So, the message here is to continue working with your throat chakra, continue speaking. Also, modeling good listening. When others are speaking to you, show them what it's like to actually listen. Like you can model listening. And when we do that, we're sending out this energy, and those around us may get used to what listening looks like and start to pick that up themselves. But Suzette, working with your throat chakra, working with the color blue. And also, I don't know if you have any, but sodalite I find is very good for the throat. I have my sodalite tower here from Chloe's Crystals. I love this. So if you have sodalite, I also have sodalite. This one, I forget where I got this one. I think at a store somewhere in Massachusetts. This is sodalite as well. Working with sodalite, I find, is really good for the throat chakra. So yes, and Josh has his sodalite. I'd be happy to send you some energy, Suzette. I can work with that crystal for you if you'd like. If you'd like me to, just pop it into the chat, and I can send you some energy. So, Suzette, yeah, I feel like the more you speak and the more you listen, but also don't get caught up in the trap of continuing to speak when others are not listening. Sometimes stopping the conversation. Suzette, I will definitely do that for you. I see yes, please, and thank you. Absolutely. I will make sure I do that tonight. Um, so, stopping the conversation when you find that others are not listening to you. Just allow yourself to stop and take a step back, because we don't want to continue. I feel like the energy just gets, yeah, I feel like it gets stuck. It feels tight. It can't move through when we're not being heard. So let's get a card for Suzette. What action can you take to work with this energy? To work through this energy. So I feel like Spirit saying something needs to change. And not that you are doing anything wrong, but a change needs to take place, is what I'm hearing. So let's get one. Oops, I see this one here. Wow, Suzette. Okay. So the card that came up is Crown Chakra. And this is what this card looks like. And staring right into the center of that symbol there, you can get your own personal message as well. But Suzette, what your guides are telling you is connect with Source, that you don't have to do this alone. Open up, open to the higher power, open to your spiritual team, open to Source, and allow yourself to sit within that energy. And just because, prayer is when we give thanks, but meditation is when prayer is when we give thanks to God, and meditation is when we listen to God, and or Source or Spirit. Insert whatever word resonates with you, but that listening and receiving the wisdom. Your guides are saying they have messages for you, and a lot of it has to do with just allowing Spirit to take over, knowing that all that you're carrying doesn't even belong to just you. Some of the energy that you have picked up is from other people, and it's from other lifetimes. It's within our DNA, and you're carrying a lot. And Spirit's saying you don't have to do that. That just allow yourself to sit and be. And yeah, I do. I feel my crown opening up, and I feel like this has to do with that first card that I pulled for us, where it's time to surrender to the Great Mother. Just give it to her. Give it to her. And for those of you who were in Good Dawning with Josh this morning, he spoke about just being thankful and just releasing, giving it over to God, giving it over to Spirit, just saying there's no more that I can physically do. And now I need Spirit to take over. So recognizing that you've done your part. And let's get one last card for Suzette. What is the likely outcome for Suzette? And I see this one here coming out. Okay, so Suzette, the card that I drew for you is the waiting game. And this is what this card looks like. So Suzette, what I see is that a plan will come to you. Some inspiration on how to move through this energy and work to achieve the best outcome for yourself and anyone else involved in the situation. But you may need to pause before you see the growth. Just allow, the seeds will be planted, but it will take repetition. And then just allow the energy to move, allow the growth to an expansion to take place. And it may take a little bit of time. But I do see growth here for you. So Suzette, that's what I have for you. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings and so much healing.
All right, thank you, Laura. All right, guys, if you want a reading, just throw it in the chat there. We've got Nathan. Really, we've only got a couple more, Nathan and Karma. So if you want a reading, if you've had one done, and I may grab one myself here, but if you want a reading, even if you've had one done, just throw it out in the chat here and I'll grab it. I'm going to throw Nathan up there. And Suzette, big hugs there. All of you guys, big hugs, Suzette. It will get better. I guarantee it. At some point, guys, no matter how bad it is, there is a change that will happen if you're whatever's going on. I guarantee it. All right. Let's pull up Nathan here. Nathan, welcome, and I hand you off to Laura.
Okay. Okay, Nathan. So I do see your question here. If you're in for a miracle with your love life and your twin flame are currently back in divine separation, not dating anymore. Okay. All right, Nathan. So let's look at this situation. I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. And Nathan, I'm hearing the word self-love. So your guides are telling you this is a time for loving yourself, giving to yourself the things that you want to receive from others. So let's get a look at the situation. What is going on with Nathan and his twin flame? Let's get one card for Nathan, please. One card for Nathan. Let me see this one here. Okay. So Nathan, the card that I drew for you is material and spiritual prosperity. And this is what this card looks like. And what I'm seeing here is, I'm really drawn to the two fountains, the fountain over here and over here. So what I'm seeing is this separation. And in the middle, I see the sun. The sun is here. And what I'm seeing is, although it's not easy, continue to look to the light. Continue to look at the work that you have already done up until this point, because this is about your spiritual and personal growth right now. That things happen that may seem unpleasant, and we may feel like, why is this happening? Why me? But we want to shift that and try to find the lesson. And what Spirit's telling you is that this space right now is more about you working on you. So if you can continue with your soul work, with your personal development, and keep moving forward, you will see this growth. You will see the spiritual growth because Spirit recognizes the work that you've done. And sometimes things need to shift and move to clear a path for us. Also, what I'm seeing here is give and take. So Spirit's asking you to be honest with yourself. Take stock of the relationship. Were things in balance? Or each of you giving as much as you were taking? Because there is a lesson in there. There's a lesson for you. Trying to find my lessons and keep moving forward, as you're saying. Okay, so that makes sense. So there is a lesson in there for you, Nathan, about balance, about give and take. Are you lifting each other up? Are you, when one of you is feeling down, is the other lifting you up? Because I feel like things got a little out of balance here. I'm feeling like my energy wants to move to one side. That there may have been things a little bit off balance. So Spirit again is saying, take the time to continue with that personal development. And let's see what action you can take to move with this energy. Whoops, and I see this one wanting to fall out right away. So we have, okay, spiritual union. And this is what this card looks like. So what I'm seeing for you, Nathan, is that this is a divine connection. That on a soul level, and judging by the way you phrased your question, you already know this, but on a soul level, you and your significant other planned this union and planned the lessons that you were going to teach each other. So understand that by working on yourself, you make this union stronger. So it started. Yeah, Nathan, and that's the perfect way of phrasing it. Absolutely. Nathan says, we lost our way with things, Laura, so it started to get out of balance, but I'm hopeful as it's all for our growth. And I do see one of the actions you can take is asking to speak to her higher self. Go into this meditation and ask to speak to her higher self. Have your higher self speak to her higher self and ask, what is the lesson here? What are we to learn through this? How do we move through this? Because I do see a coming together. And it may, timing is always hard to predict in tarot, at least for me. Some people can predict timing just fine. But what I see is like it's a cycle. What I'm seeing is there will be a cycle. There needs to be some movement before this coming together. But I see this coming together on a soul level. So right now, what Spirit's telling you is focus on the soul connection rather than the physical in the 3D reality. And let's get one last card for Nathan. What is the likely outcome? Get out of my mind for a moment. What is the likely outcome for Nathan? And I see this one here. Okay. So Nathan, what I see is the card says throat chakra. So what I see for you is communication. That there will be communication, but there needs to be an equal amount of listening and speaking. And follow your intuition is what I'm picking up on. Following your intuition. And your intuition growing stronger as a result. So Nathan, I'm hoping that makes sense to you. That's what I have for you, and I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, thank you, Laura and Nathan. All right, so we do have two more, Karma, and then JK came through as well. So let's find Karma's. There we go. All right, so you actually put two in there, so I'm gonna go with. Here we go. That's the one. There we go.
Okay. All right. And then Josh, I did see one more come in. Hakeem the Dream just
Yeah, I
posted.
just grabbed that. Thanks.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Okay. So I am with Karma right now. So Karma, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. So Karma. Okay. Let's get a look at the situation. Karma says, I've been wanting to leave my job for a long time. Have I learned what I meant to know before leaving? Let's get one message for Karma. Karma, I'm seeing this bright light above my head. So it's like a light's being, a light is shining down, shining, I feel like on the darkness or on the lessons. Let's get one card for Karma. I see this one here. Okay, so Karma, the card that I drew for you is Power. And this is what the card looks like. And Karma, I feel like the meaning here is a little bit ambiguous in that it's not a direct yes or no to your question. What I'm seeing here is your personal power and how you deal with authority as well. How you deal with, I feel like there's some taking, like things that take your energy, things that are more responsibility. They're like things that have to be done, not necessarily things that we want to do. And do you have boundaries? Because I'm seeing like fences around me. Are you setting up boundaries? How do you frame things in your mind is what's coming to me as well. Going back to that first statement I made about doing things that have to be done rather than things you enjoy. How do you frame it when you do those things? But I see you, I'm also seeing like success here. And I'm hearing success. So I'm hearing like your guides are telling you that you've been successful. You've been successful at overcoming the lower emotions or the lower vibrations within your workspace and taking charge. I'm hearing taking charge. So you guys are talking about taking charge of the situation, taking charge of yourself. Being self-led is coming to me. And Karma, I just wanted to read your comment. I try to set up boundaries, but I work with the public and I feel like the authority makes me compromise them. Yeah. And that's a difficult space to be in, because the question of how do you stay true to yourself when there's a job to be done. And I feel like this goes back to, how do you frame it? How do you word it? What emotions do you attach to having to do those things? So I feel, I'm also seeing here like two sides. There, it's, and I don't mean like two sides to the story. Like there's two sides to you. There's the authentic you, and then there's the mask that you have to wear. And what Spirit's talking about is just overcoming those things that are not you, and allowing yourself to be your authentic self. So moving into a space of authenticity. And I want to get a card on what action you can take to work with this energy, because I feel like what Spirit's saying is you've learned a lot of lessons about your personal power, and I don't mean authority as in other people and other people being in charge, but you've learned how to be the authority of yourself, like in charge of your own emotions, your own destiny, and moving into this space of authenticity. So what action can you take regarding your job situation? Let's get one card, and I see this one here. Okay, and the throat chakra has come out again. So I would say that there's a message for all of us tonight, because this has come out multiple times. But what I'm seeing for you is communication and speaking up. Like, and there comes that balance between being like speaking your truth, but being tactful at the same time. And what Spirit's saying is, yes, you can stand up for yourself and speak up for yourself and be authentic and still be tactful and still be graceful. So working with your throat chakra is the message that's coming to me. Like saying positive affirmations, I'm feeling for you is a big one. Saying positive affirmations will help you to loosen up any hesitation that you may have in moving forward. Because I feel like communication's big for you. Karma, I feel like communication is like one of your gifts that you are developing. It's part of your path. Throat chakra for the win. Okay, that's great, Karma. Okay, and let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome for you here? get one last card for karma. And I see this one here coming out. Okay. So the card that I drew for you says emotional loss. And this is what this looks like. And what I see for you is this like everything is paused. I feel like things are paused right now, and there's some hesitation as to moving forward or not moving forward. And there's been some doubt is what I'm seeing, some uncertainty to move through. And I feel like there's this part of yourself that you've lost or had to sacrifice. And spirit saying, just healing this part of yourself will assist you in moving forward, assist you in moving in the direction that you desire. Because it feels like, like this weight is what I'm feeling. And I see turning towards the light. I feel like this, like turning towards your authentic self is what I'm hearing. Your authentic self, allowing your authentic self to shine through will heal this part that feels like loss, this part that feels like you have had to sacrifice. So I see you taking charge of the situation. I see you taking charge of yourself and reclaiming your power. And Spirit saying, continue working with the throat, continue communicating, continue speaking. And this emotional loss, this part of you that may feel unauthentic or scattered will begin to heal. So Karma, that's what I have for you. I'm hoping that makes sense to you. I'm sending you so much love, so many blessings, and so much healing.
All right, thank you. And favorite karma there, whatever, however it turns out there, big favor. We have three left. These are all new. JK, which I love the initials there. JK is those are my initials, so there's something behind that. Thank you, JK, for showing up. If you're here, JK, please flag us in the chat so we know that you are here. And then we have Hakeem the Dream. If you're here with us, Hakeem, as well. And then finally, I did catch you, Joel. Joel, not Joel, like Neil before the son of Joel, but Joel. And so I caught yours. It was not in caps, but I did catch it. So if you're here as well. So JK, you would be up to bat if you are on the channel here. If not, then Hakeem, there we go. Hakeem's here. So I don't see JK. Hakeem jumped in. So we're going to take Hakeem to keep things moving. If you're here, JK, jump in the chat and we'll grab you next. Let me grab Hakeem's. And welcome, Hakeem. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for coming, and hopefully we see you again. And let me just scroll into your question. There we go. All right, so here we go, Hakeem.
Okay. Hakeem, thank you for being here. It's so nice to have the opportunity to read for you. And Hakeem is asking, what are Izzy's true feelings for me? Will she reach out to me? Okay, so I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment, Hakeem. And let's get a look at the situation here. Let's get one card. What can you tell me about the situation? And I see this one here. Okay. So what I see, the card that I drew for you is victory and success. And this is what this card looks like. And what I'm picking up is there's a spiritual or soul connection here. This is, yeah, I feel like this is something that was predetermined because I see things coming together. And the number 6 is about love, family. It's Venus ruled. So there's emotion here as well. There's positive emotion. And what I see is there's all I see the light here. And I see like this first encounter or beginning stages. There's sunshine and light, but I also see a little bit of for lack of a better word, and I'll explain, a little bit of darkness behind you. And I don't mean darkness as in negativity. I mean unknown. So there's this period of unknown within this connection. There's this period of neither side knowing their true feelings for each other, and neither side knowing what action to take. And I see this ledge here. It's like both are standing still, and it's time to it's time to move this energy. And I want to get a card for what action you can take to work with this energy, because what I'm seeing is there is recognition. You are being seen and recognized by this other person, but what action can you take? What action can you take? And I see this card here. Okay, so the card that I drew for you is positive movement forward. And this is what this card looks like. So what Spirit is telling you is to take action, because without action there will be no change in energy. You will stand here at the edge of this ledge, not moving. That the action needs to be on your part. And what I see is like this calmness, this peace. I see the light. But I'm also seeing Spirit saying, trust your intuition, because I'm feeling like timing is going to be important. And Spirit saying, trust your intuition on the timing. You will know when the timing is right. But I do see progression. But I see you as being the one who will need to take action. So Hakeem, hopefully that's making sense to you. I'm also seeing success here. I'm seeing success in both cards. I'm seeing movement towards light, movement towards an openness is what I see. I see movement towards openness. So both sides being open to moving forward. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? And I see this card here. Okay. And the card that I drew for you is moving on. And this is what this card looks like. And I feel like I'm seeing like not everything is going to be smooth sailing. What I see is that, like I said in the beginning, there was some light and then the dark being the unknown. There may be some bumps, some unknown events, things that take place that you will work through, that you need to work through. And I feel like this has to do with, I see this as hesitation. And I feel like this hesitation or insecurity may have to do with more on your end. But moving on from that, I see you overcoming that uncertainty, is what I'm seeing. And I see you just going with the flow. I'm seeing the energy moving. I'm seeing flow here. So just going with the flow, allowing things to happen naturally, like not forcing anything. But again, I'm seeing success, loving energy, recognition. Those are all keywords coming to me. So Hakeem, that is what I have for you. Oops. Just lose. Okay. So Hakeem, that is what I have for you. And I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right. Thank you, Hakeem, and welcome. If you're here, welcome. And we hope to have you back. We generally do this. If you want to join us again, Hakeem, next Tuesday we'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern. Generally, that's when we do this once a month. We kind of shuffle it around. But otherwise, welcome, Hakeem. Thank you. And we go live into dawning as well at 10:33 a.m. Eastern, 7:33 Pacific. Generally, I channel on the back end of this, but still a little slightly paralyzed for some dental work. So, but we do have two left here. JK didn't show up. Joel, are you with us, Joel? If not, then we've run the gamut here. Joel, are you with us? You are welcome, Hakeem. I don't know if Joel's with us or JK, so I might jump in. As the channel, I never actually grab a card myself. And so I'm going to see if Laura will read for me, since we don't have, I don't see where JK is. If you jump in here, JK, you jump in there. Or Joel, you got the slot either way. Otherwise, Laura, I lost today at the crystal shop, and looks like you can feel the universe doing what it's going to do. Oh, there's Joel. All right, so we're going to grab Joel next, and then we'll grab me. All right, so there's Joel. And thank you, Joel, for speaking up. And if you have questions or if you want to comment while Laura is reading, please do so. We'll throw it up on the channel here, up on the screen.
Okay. Welcome, Joel. It's so nice to have you here. It's always nice to read for new people as well as our regulars. So thank you for stopping by. I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. And Joel is asking about finances. Okay, so Joel, let me connect in with your energy for a moment. Joel, and I feel the weight in my shoulders. I feel you carrying a lot of responsibility. Carrying it in your shoulders. So let's get a card. Let's get a look at the situation here. What does Spirit see for you financially? Let's get one card for Joel. And I saw this one right away coming out. Okay. So, Joel, the card that I drew for you is mental conflict. And this is what this looks like. And in the traditional tarot, this would be like the Two of Swords. And I see this, it's like pieces of the puzzle that there's, how do I word this? There's I'm seeing like a shadow here. There's a shadow over your financial picture here. And I see like wanting to move in this direction, like spirits pointing over here, meaning that there's the situation, a solution that you had not yet considered. It is what spirit's trying to point out to me. That there's some information that you have not yet considered that will help to shed light on, because I feel like it's going to take reshuffling, because it's like I want to shuffle cards, or I want to take pieces, like pieces of a puzzle, and I want to rearrange them. That it's going, it may take more creative energy than intellectual or logical energy. So what Spirit's saying is you may need to get creative with your finances. And I feel like I feel like also your personal power, feeling almost powerless. And the message that Spirit's saying to you is you're not powerless in this situation. That is just your thoughts. And our thoughts can control us. But to understand that you're not powerless here. That with some creativity and some belief in yourself and belief that the situation will get better, this energy will begin to shift. So let's pull a card for you on what action you can take to move this energy. Let's get one card. What action can you take? And I see this one here. Okay, so the card I drew for you is patience. And this is what this card looks like. And I'm drawn to 14 reduces to 5, and 5 is the number of change. It's also freedom and liberation once we learn the lessons that we need to learn. Then we don't need to learn them again, and we are free of them. And what I see here is like the seeds being planted. Through repetition, your strategy will bring results and will bring change. But it's not going to happen overnight. That unfortunately energy takes time to shift, and then it takes time for us to see the results in our physical reality. So Spirit's saying, be patient. Be patient. And I'm seeing the the color green. Green is related to finance, but is also related to the heart chakra. Keep your heart open to receiving assistance. It is the message I'm getting. Be open to receiving assistance. Assistance from a higher power or assistance from the outside. But the main message here I keep hearing is be patient. And I do see growth. But I see it's like stairs is what I'm seeing. Like you'll go up one at a time. One at a time. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? Let's get one last card. And I see this one here. Okay, so the card that I drew for you is the base chakra. And this is also known as the root chakra. But if you look at the card there and you stare right into the center, you can feel the energy there. And you could probably even get your own personal message. And what I see for you is some stability coming in. That with creativity and patience and going step by step by step, like you're climbing the stairs, things will stabilize for you. This more grounded and stable energy will come in for you. Just, and what I'm hearing is just put your feet on the ground and just do the work, doing what needs to be done. One step at a time. It is coming to me again. So that's what I have for you, Joel. I'm hoping that resonates with you. I am wishing you all the best, and I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, thank you, and thank you for being here, Joel. And hopefully, we see you again as well next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. If you did get a reading, please do consider, of course, donating to Laura, and of course, if you do need any energetics whatsoever, be it Reiki or a reading, be it personal or through email, please as well, letspiritguide.com. Laura's prices are amazing, and her website is awesome, and please do check it out. I know Laura had a hard stop here as far as time goes. I'm going to see if she can pull one card for myself. I lost my Thursdays at the store, and so that's down to 3 days, so we got to do something here. So I'm just curious to see what she's got, and grateful for Laura's energetic. So if she'll pull one card for me for that, and then we'll let her get out of here with the way she normally does, take us out here with the 3-card Monty, so to speak.
Okay. So Josh, your question was related to finances. Is that what you were saying? Or
yeah, I lost my Thursdays at work, so I'm just trying to see what the universe is going to tell me as far as
okay.
next steps. I mean, obviously, or what's what.
Okay. Absolutely. So I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment, Josh. So Josh, let's get a look at the situation. Josh lost their, oops, and I see this card right away. Okay, so Josh, the card that I pulled for you is transformation. And this is what this card looks like. So what Spirit wants you to know is that this is part of your plan, part of your growth, that things need to move out of the way in order for new or better or more aligned to come in. That, and I'm also seeing I'm drawn to the third eye here, Josh. So your intuition, your clairvoyance, that any images, your guides communicating with you through pictures, visions, images, possibly dreams as well, to pay attention to those because they're sending you messages on what the next steps are. And I want to pull another card for you as well, Josh. Let's look at what action you can take to align with this energy. And here we go. Okay. So, Josh, the card that I drew for you is sacrifice. And this is what this looks like. And, Josh, what I'm seeing is there may be some muddy waters that you need to wade through for a little bit, and not in a negative sense, but that it's almost like a trial and error phase that you're working towards something brighter and something larger, but you may feel restricted or feel like a little bit of a pinch for a little bit. That this is a sacrifice that you need to make in order to move forward. But I see expansion and growth here for you as well, because the 12 reduces to 3, which is Jupiter. It's enlarging, it's expanding, it's growing.
Jupiter
So,
moves into Cancer in June.
Yeah.
So Cancer has the second half of the year with Jupiter as
Right.
it's in its planet, which is huge.
And Josh, I see these as big changes for you, and big because it's on a spiritual level. This is part of your soul's path, part of your soul growth. So, I don't see you sinking here. Like when I reference the muddy waters, there may be some muddy waters. It's your head is still above water the whole time in this image. So I see you moving step by step. I see you, it just might feel uncomfortable. I guess that's where I'm going with this. Things may feel uncomfortable, but keep moving. Keep moving. You're not sinking. It's just we don't grow without discomfort.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here for Josh? And I see this one wanting to pop out. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is Deception and Envy. And this is what this card looks like. And what I'm picking up here is, and this isn't to be taken literally. Deception and envy is not a literal message here. What I'm seeing is more like this, a little bit like creative, a little bit crafty in your approach, is what I see. That, yeah, because I'm seeing like the mask. I'm seeing, so things may be hidden from you. The real reasons and the truth may be hidden from you for a little bit. And it may feel like you're being tricked, or like the energy around you is like somebody's being crafty. You may like being hidden. I keep seeing hidden. Things around you may be hidden. And I feel like this is the big lesson, like the why this happened. But I see that mask being lifted. So I see just using your creativity, allowing your creative side to flow, and that mask will be lifted and it will be revealed to you why you went through this whole cycle. So hopefully that's making sense to you, Josh. Okay.
We'll see. Thank
So,
you.
Josh, that's what I have for you. And I'm
Thank you.
wishing you all the best in this situation. Sending you so much love and so many blessings.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you for everything that you do. And we appreciate you. Laura's going to close it out here. I know she's got to get going here, and we are grateful for her. So generally, she closes out with a pick a card here. So we're going to bring it back on her here. And of course,
Oh,
if you did get a reading, do consider a donation, please.
okay. So I just want to thank everyone for being here for the past hour and a half or so. I really appreciate you all. And those of you who got a reading, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to read for you. And those of you who did not get a personal reading, I really appreciate you sitting and listening to others' readings, because I feel like whatever resonates with you, whether it was your reading or not, there is a message in there for you. But I would like to get you all your own personal message. So everyone here, if you would like to participate, what you're going to do is just take a deep breath and let it go. Just clear your mind. And I want you to choose a number between 1 and 3. 1, 2, or 3. Hi, Star. So good to see you. Okay, so 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to shuffle the cards and get a message number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay. All right. If you chose number 1, your message comes from Archangel Ariel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Manifestation, to bring abundance and prosperity into your life. And the affirmations you can use are: abundance flows effortlessly into my life. It is natural for me to thrive. So that's what your card looks like. Okay, if you chose number 2, your message comes from Archangel Uriel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Epiphanies and brilliant ideas, when you need spiritual messages, revelations, and magic. And the affirmations you can use: my life is full of magical moments. I see signs and guidance from the angels in all that I do. And this is what your card looks like. Oops. Let's see. Okay. And number 3, your message comes from Archangel Raphael. With my emerald green rays of light, I can bring your body and soul back into alignment for optimal health and balance. And the affirmations you can use are: I am deserving of vibrant health. I honor my body, and my body honors me. And this is what your card looks like. Okay. So that is what I have for everyone. Remember, if you would like to book a personal reading or healing, you can do so on my website, which is letspiritguide.com. If you like the work I do and would like to make a donation, please feel free to do so through PayPal, which is Laura Bennett 1111, or through Venmo, which is Laura Bennett 229. You can always feel free to email me if you have any questions or anything, just any message you have that you would like to send out to me. Laura at letspiritguide.com. I wish everyone here so much love and so much abundance and success in your life. And as always, let spirit guide.
Keep making faces with my, it's like my whole face is still like right here. This whole side of my right here. It's like all numb. But so yeah, Laura, thank you so much. That was amazing. We're grateful. Of course, I had to pick number 3. I just go 1, 2, and 3, and my heart just blew out of my chest on number 3. So, Archangel Raphael, of course, and we channel him daily, or at least we can. Thank you. We do channel him. Thank you, Laura. That's really grateful. Next week, guys, Laura will be back at regular time, which will be Tuesday at 7 p.m. We only shuffle it once a month for Viviani. She can only go on with us on Tuesday nights with her schedule. So tomorrow, actually, then will be Viviani at 7 o'clock. So join us. And at some point there, and I've got this $1 million idea here, you and Viviani together at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be stunning. Between Viviani's past and then your energetics behind it to see how to clear that. And then maybe even a channeling behind that, we could that would just be fire. So we're gonna work on that. If we know that Laura's interested, we'll ask Viviani here and see where we go. But that would be amazing. I don't know what you guys think, but be a long show. I mean, Laura and Viviani both are 3 hours easy, so it could be a good 3 to 4 hour show there, guys. But it could be quite interesting to say the least. Laura, thank you so much. We know you got to go. Have an amazing evening, guys. All of you who are here, Venus and Joel, and all of the new guys who were here, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We go live in the dawning, 10:33 a.m. Eastern, 7:33 Pacific. Laura, thank you. LetSpiritGuide.com. Check out Laura's website for anything that you need energetically. Laura, we appreciate you and we love you. Thank you again, Laura. And we will see you hopefully in the dawning. All right, guys. Thank you. We're going to let Laura get out of here. And you guys have an amazing evening. Otherwise, hopefully we'll see you at Truth Wave Energetics and Meditation tonight at 9:45 Eastern with a good portion of us from Good Dawning. All right, guys. Love you. And we'll see you all in the next. Thank you, Laura.